Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. There's the whistle, and here we go. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Batistuta! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Hazard. Seedorf. Yaya Toure. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Toure makes a dash for it. Manchester United leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, played right into his path. Azar threads one in. And this is Nedved. And he's lost his man here. Oh, shooting chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out. And it's Ibrahimovic. Showing good feet. Can he finish?
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's being urged to shoot. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he welcomes it in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. And a chance! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And he was quick to react. Batistuta is onto this. Pepe did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Good running, strong and purposeful. Makaleli. And he's had it nicked away. And the pass is intercepted. That's good running with the ball. Makaleli. Aim forwards. That is good alertness. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's onto this. Good ball. Bellingham! Yaya Toure. Mohamed Salah charging forward, the ball at his feet. No, again there's no way through. Rodgers. And now the breakaway. Toure carries the ball down the right. Mohamed Salah. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Batistuta looking for the chance to skim one in from range. And it's Azar. Tries to pass it through. Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's been caught napping. He's on it, can he get away? Aims beyond the defence. Zola.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rodgers. He's through here. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, he's all alone. Bullet! Relentless! Just relentless! with fun and fury. They can... And that is all they have time for. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day.
Substitution.
Manchester United marching seemingly on towards victory, 3-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is our real chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Zola. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Bellingham. Maicon. He's shifting through the gears here, and he shoots! And it's in! Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Hullet gets into a good position. Good play on the left-hand side here. And it's Nedved. Now it's Hullet. And he is deftly away. And he cuts out the supply. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Bellingham. Nesta.
The attendance for this match
And it's
was
Hazard.
71,649.
It's a good surge he's making up the left-hand side. Now it's Batistuta. And he's intervened well there. Pepe. It's Seedorf. And it's Nedved. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Hullet. Nedved. That is good strength. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
And that is a little undercooked. He won't be happy with that one. Knocks it into space. So no flag here. He is through here. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That is ended up in no man's land. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The
Hello,
game yet to
everyone,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
Old
excitement
Trafford.
already palpable. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. And we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Bale plays it short. Now it's Bale. Bale's cross. He's rising! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Zola. Zola running at top gear. Juve defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Hullet. And he's played it back. And it's Maicon. He has found the way through. Maicon, impressive jump. It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Fagiano Okayama finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Hullet. Knocks it out wide. No, it's come to nothing. Manchester United leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Looking to play him in. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's a cute ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Bellingham tries to pass it through. Hullet finding himself in space. It's their second corner of the game. Bale goes short. Now it's Bale, and he whips it in. Cleared without hesitation. Fagiano Okayama have the chance to go the other way. That's destined for the flank. Lizarazu crosses. And Hullet! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Hullet is offering a wry smile there.
Chance for a shot! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Lizarazu is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Oh, what has happened here? He's picked his way through, and the shot! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a
Towering header! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And he shoots! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Manchester United go up by 2 and are looking good.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And it's Lahm. Lahm delivers. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Michael can see things others simply cannot. Manchester United have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. That's tidy. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Diouf.
Oh, really well played.
An uncompromising challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Gullit. Lahm. That's a good foray he's making. Shot could be on. And the finish! He's got a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Fagiano Okayama cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Looking for the run. Goes for a shot! That is decidedly lacking. Just eases him off the ball. Bellingham. Maldini. Now it's Bale.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Gullit is wide and looking to get onto this. Zola is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, that has not gone well. That's it, 45 minutes up. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been a half full of thrills, and the margins are tight. Just one in it, 3-2 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling. Izarazu. And it's Azar. Bellingham, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Azar, what's going wide left? Ball swung in. Caught offside that time. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Vieira. A searching ball out wide. Can he latch on to this? Getting up there! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! And That has been knocked clear. Batistuta has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Flings in across. Now it's Hullet. Batistuta. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's well spotted. Lahm. That's an inviting looking ball, that. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Batistuta being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
The match was 71,898.
Just about up to the hour now. Gattuso. Vieira.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Hazard wants to run onto this. They've won a corner. Corner number 2 then. Cleared away. Crosses it into the area. Great vision. Oh, he's been caught. Shapes to shoot! Again, a brilliant save. So, third corner of the game. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's a searching pass. He's had a shot! And he's stuck it away! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Manchester
5,
United choosing to make the first change.
Number 14,
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Number 15,
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Number 23, Pele. Number 25,
There's the crossfield ball.
Didier Drogba. Number 4,
And that
Neymar.
interception was
Number 6,
most necessary.
That's
Xabi
great
Alonso.
positioning, so good from him.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Into the last quarter of an hour. And there's the shot! And how did he not put that away?
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Fagiano Okayama get their fourth corner.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he's forced to go back. And that's surely a foul, free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Boughton. And it's Maldini. Cross flung in towards the middle. And they've managed to get rid. They're up to 5 corners now. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Played in. Oh, great leap! And that's a real chance missed. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Keeper has taken decisive action. Just 5 minutes left. Gattuso. Azar. The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
It's hit the upright. This time, surely. Good effort first time.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Azar. Neymar makes a dash for it.
Added time.
Lahm. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Lizarazu. Lizarazu with the delivery. And it's hoisted clear. Xavi Alonso.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Gattuso. And this is Hullet. It's a threatening ball. Ferdinand gets it away. Lahm, and he's there to make the challenge. And that will be the final act. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
Well, Edmilson's selection has certainly attracted some scrutiny, but the man himself looks, as ever, Jim, utterly unfazed.
Yeah, I like him because he's got a certain elegance about him, Peter. We all know Brazilian players love the idea of getting forward, and he's probably one of the better defensive players on the ball.
So no gung-ho heroics.
No chance.
Little pass back. Vieira. And it's Vieira. Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Neymar! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the cross comes in. Batistuta. Good running, strong and purposeful. He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last still. Goes for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's heaved it away.
Bullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Messi. Not a bad start to the game, a chance at either end already. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Might want to be careful there.
Can he get onto this? Bellingham, he's got away. Bellingham with the delivery. Now it's Shevchenko. Jordi Alba. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Still goalless. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Hullet. Yeah, that looks a decent ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, that's neat. And it's Tchouaméni. It's a threatening ball. And Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And the shot! Oh, what has happened here? Batistuta! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Jordi Alba is always looking to play quality balls.
Miami really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Beckenbauer. 15 minutes till half. Ah, he's given it away. He's picked his way through. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Chance, surely! It's there! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Struck with genuine ferocity. The ball was there at a nice height, and he was able to hit it with great control as well.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Now it's Shevchenko, and it's Jordi Alba. Tries to play it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that has been knocked clear. Messi. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Can he finish? Oh, classic Batistuta! A finish right from the top draw, and the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Shevchenko. Distributed tidily, but where it came from. Messi! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
And just a quick reminder today to please drink responsibly. Anyone appearing intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution on the field, number 11, Neymar. Coming on
Second period then underway.
Number 22, Dani Olmo.
Maldini. Played over towards the opposite flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Bellingham is onto this. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nicely spread. That is lovely. Now it's Messi. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Quality ball. Bellingham going forward. Bellingham, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Neymar. He's a sharp little ball here. Crosses it in. Terrific effort! And he's done it!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Manchester United with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And it's Messi. Chance for Beckenbauer. Alexander-Arnold receives it in a wide position. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And he cuts out the supply. Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And he's managed to get free. Bale's cross.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And he's picked out the run. That is a more than decent save from the goalkeeper. But he's left disappointed.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Substitution on the field. Number 2, Martin Cáceres.
They've
Coming
played it
on the
short.
field is number 5.
Leicester does
Iniesta.
really well to win the ball there.
Substitution in progress.
And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Xavi Alonso. He has found the way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That is good alertness. Chiellini. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Edmilson. Dani Olmo just eases him off the ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort it.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Chiellini. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. This is their second corner of the game. Bale plays it short.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Great vision. Chiellini cuts out the pass. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Edmilson. Tries to pass it through. Leicester kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Played out to the left flank. He's found a way through. And he was alert to it. Iniesta. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Shevchenko receives it in a good position here. And it's Iniesta. Makalele with the slide tackle there. Bale is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. And that's really well manoeuvred.
2 added minutes has been
Aimed
indicated.
beyond the defence. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And that's it. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place